in for this very small procedure. And I'm a little comfy. I still got on my nightgown. And then I throw on some little jogging pants and got on my Adidas Crocs. You can see. And about to drop the son off at school. The other one off at the setup and on my way. I wish I could eat. I am starving. Cause I'm like reflux suck. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and threw up everything. You ready? So we can go. So I can go. We can clean up when we get back. When you get out of school, I'm gonna be here. So yeah, I'm going nowhere. All right, I done dropped off my youngins. Dropped off Quavius at school and email right there in my auntie house. And I wish I could eat, but I know I can't eat because I'm about to go under anesthesia. But on my way to my grandmother's house to pick up my mother because she is going to be the one that has to be there so I can go back. They will not start any procedure unless my, what they call it, caregiver at the time when you're in the, at the hospital being admitted for anything, they will not start anything unless ooh, I just hit that and I thought I was away from it. Oh, by the air my wheel. I'm gonna take that out, but they will not start anything unless someone is there. Watch this car speed up past me because they scared. But they won't start any procedure unless you have someone out there in the waiting room. So I'm like, once they start, you can leave and go somewhere, but be back by the time you get the phone call letting you know that it was done, because it happened to me somewhere. Not me. I wasn't the one having the procedure, but I took someone to have some type of procedure done. We was in the building, but we wasn't in the waiting room at the time, and they didn't know if someone was actually, they knew someone was there, but they didn't know where we went to. But we was in the building, but we wasn't like right at the waiting room where the procedure it has to be done at. So they knew we were there, so they just went ahead and started it, but we wasn't actually in the building where it was at. But anyway, I'm going to get my mom. I got the BGs, the bubble guts or whatever. I'm nervous. I'm pretty nauseous. I haven't had it done in 3 years almost, so I'm nervous. I haven't been able to sleep. It was one that I was used to, but by me not having it done so long, I'm scared. I am so scared because I don't know if I damaged it or if I caused problems by not being up on my medicine and up on my appointments with my GI doctor. So I'm hoping everything is all right. Yeah, I'm just hoping everything is okay. But after my after my procedure is done, and I would get on and I would just, I'm gonna do a little story time on how all of this came about, because everything, it goes hand in hand, kind of, sort of, because it all hit me at one time, and it was a lot to deal with. But after my little procedure, I would come back, and I'm gonna come on once I get there, and then, see that I made it safe, and I changed, and we're ready to go. But I will describe it, because I won't be able to take my phone actually back in there, but I will take it for me to change, they put my IV or whatever in. But I will be sitting, I will be on I think it's a stretcher, the hospital bed. I would be on those, like the ones you see in the ER. I would be on one of them beds, I believe. It's been so long since I had it done. Or, I'll be sitting straight up or whatever. And I'm going to have like a mouth guard on my face, so that, not a mouthpiece, where they like put it in your mouth and your mouth is like open wide. I'm going to have that. And then I don't know if y'all ever seen like any doctor shows or anything where they take this like black thing and they put like a piece of plastic over it or whatever, and like as they're doing that part, the anesthesia is like going in at the time, so I can see them actually trying to put it down, and then like by the second or the third drop, I'm out. And I have a new doctor. This is my first time with this doctor doing this procedure, because I'm not sure what happened to my old doctor. I didn't receive any notification that he graduated, went somewhere else, none of that. So I don't know what happened to Dr. Clayton. He was a good doctor, because he had something similar to what I was going through, and we kind of related. So that's that. It doesn't last long, about 30 minutes. My colonoscopy, I think it lasts longer than anything. That right there put me out fast. And I won't have to do another one of those until probably like I'm 50 or 60. As well as my mammogram. But I'm close to getting my mom. It's almost 8 o'clock. I have to be there by 8:30, 8:45. And yeah. So baby, done checking and waiting. You do it good. I think for my lunch, I think I'm gonna do a grilled filet, no mayonnaise. Hard. I saw this keto friendly recipe on Facebook. Keto. I don't want no keto. Oh no, it's not like keto is not like nothing bad. I got a piece of grilled chicken at work, and I crumbled up some bacon and sprinkled some shredded cheese on top. Oh, okay. Round chicken. And then we got all those snacks on the table. I gotta take my undies off too.
We prefer that you do. The only reason is sometimes people accidentally wet because you're asleep.
Oh, yeah.
And when they put in that scope, sometimes people cough a little bit. So it's not unusual. Sometimes people accidentally do it. So that's why we encourage you to do it.
It's right here.
And to take it off because it's preventative, so it doesn't mess with your underwear.
Oh yeah, I got a weak bladder anyway.
Well, we got Krispy Kreme donuts on the table, the Pringles, the sour cream, and onion. We got the zebra cake
Well,
at the house. We
oh,
got the little muffins, honey bun, blueberries.
I got that ice cream in my
So
freezer.
that's gonna be, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hear ya.
Have you had the ice cream?
Huh?
Have you had the little baby ice cream?
No.
I got it at home in my freezer.
Oh, we gotta try that. Then you know we got the hot dogs. I got.
Yeah. Pee-wee.
Other fridge got all this stuff in it, so it's gonna be hard.
Pee-wee and Nene already done tried it.
That's setting it up. I don't know if that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so basically, whenever she goes back for her procedure, I'll have you go back out to the waiting area. And then, once they start it, they'll send you a text to let you know it's starting. And the procedure is real quick. It doesn't take long at all.
Ready.
And then 30 minutes in recovery. So they'll send you a text message saying that she's gone to recovery.
Okay.
And then you'll receive another one with the actual room number.
Ooh,
So I get
my
the room
bad.
number, then go to Miss Donna at the front desk. And the room numbers are outside of the doors.
Huh?
I only sent it once. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, something else.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Oh.
I thought it was good.
Okay, so it did link.
Yes, it is. Yes, ma'am.
Then Rita, are you ready for me to open up the curtain?
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna go in.
Okay, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
I think we have him.
No, see.
Alright, I'm going to put this blanket over the chair, okay? You can cover this one. Yeah, I think just stay with her for like
Yes,
a few
ma'am.
minutes and then
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
go ahead and pull your car to the front, okay? And you will be with her in a wheelchair, okay? Alright, hon, and now you can swing your feet on the floor and sit in this chair. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's going to plug here too. You need to put some sheets.
Okay, I'm trying to find maintenance's number.
Okay, I'll go get some.
We need more.
You wanna call them? Okay.
All right. Today, obviously it's the next day. It's the next day after my procedure. My throat still kind of hurts. And I haven't been in 3 years, so it's sore than ever. Like talking for a long time, it does hurt. And it hurts like right there from, I guess, them being in there, like to the touch, it hurts. But overall, I'm doing better. It just hurts. Not like hurt, it's sore. And I gotta get back. I gotta get used to it because I haven't had it done in 3 years. And having a 1-year-old who likes to constantly climb and stuff on you. I had to get used to that as well. Like yesterday was not it for me. Like, I've had this procedure, years ago, but it's been a long time since I had it, and it's all somewhat different to me again. It's like me getting it done the first time all over again. And I wouldn't say I had complications the last time, but they noted in my chart where I was producing a lot of, saliva being under the anesthesia or whatnot. So they gave me some medicine to kind of cut back on a lot of saliva secretion. or whatever, but it still happened, and they say that I was coughing a lot, which I don't get, but it's probably due to the fact that I haven't had it in a long time, and I can't say the name, but there was some kind of a ring that I had down my esophagus connected to my stomach, which is kind of like a blockage where I can't eat. I can eat, but I have to eat in small increments. Like some people can snack throughout the day instead of like eating like 2 or 3 big old meals. That's me. I have to snack throughout the day, because if I don't and I try to eat one meal, one big one or whatever, it will come right back up. I will regurgitate, and it feels like food is being like coming up and stuck inside my throat or whatnot. So that's why I go to a GI doctor. It's because of my GERD and because I have dysphagia, esophagitis dysphagia. So I'm trying to get over that. I'm here at Take 5 getting an oil change as I'm doing my story time. I'm fine.
Go ahead and pop your hood for me.
So yeah, I'm at Take 5 as I'm doing my story time, and I gotta take my auntie somewhere. So I'll find my car. I'll be going back home. But yeah, not that one. There you go. And so it's like that, and then like, okay, how this all started about, I had just had Jaquavius in 2011. He was he 1? He could have been a little over a year old, and it was one night. It starts with my peanut allergy, and then it works its way up to me finding out I had acid reflux. I just called, I thought it was heartburn that was left over, after pregnancy or whatever. But it was one night where I was eating some of my grandma peanuts, and I had ate a couple of shrimps as well, and I fell asleep. Next thing you know, I woke up, like, oh my gosh, am I having a heart attack? I'm in my early 20s. I don't know what's going on. So I'm running up the stairs, I believe I called the ambulance or someone took me or whatever, and they asked me what I ate, and I told them what I ate, and they was like, well, it may be you're allergic to this and you're allergic to that. So, okay. I stayed clear away from those. And then I didn't change my diet just then, but I stayed clear from shrimp and peanuts, cashews, all types of nuts. And then it was another day, I think I was still eating fried and spicy food. And I'm having stomach pain, out this world, chest burning, this, that, and the third. And I was finally diagnosed with gastritis. And I was still taking the medicine to recover from, the allergic reaction. I was still on prednisone, the steroid that they give you from when, like, you go into anaphylactic shock or whatever. I was still on that, and I had to take, it was some other pills that I had to take at the time, but those pills, to me, they were messing with with my stomach. So come to find out that prednisone upsets my gastritis, which I believe led to my reflux been so bad because my stomach is like awful. And I can't do anything red, like red Kool-Aid, red juice of that sort. No. And what, a couple months or probably a year after that? No, a couple months after that, I'm all over the board because this happened a long time ago. I was having issues, like I said, with my stomach. And I noticed that every time I would eat something fried or something leafy, my stomach would just be like, oh my gosh, like in knots and tights and sharp pain. And after that, I really did change my diet. I ate nothing fast food unless I Googled it and seen that they didn't have anything with peanuts of the sort. And I just stayed away from fried food. I fixed my food myself. I went to Whole Foods. I got grass-fed everything. And in about, 3 to 5 months, I lost about 50 pounds until I changed doctors. And one doctor asked me, it was like, did they ever go over your ultrasound? I was like, no. I had an ultrasound because I was complaining about my stomach, and they checked my appendix, my liver, my pancreas, and my gallbladder. And come to find out, months on down the line, I had gallstones. And he was wondering why the doctor at the time who ordered the ultrasound didn't catch it. And so he scheduled my surgery right then and there. I had the gallbladder surgery. It was a lot that I went through. Right after I found out I had a peanut allergy, the gastritis, the GERD. It was like I've been hospitalized for it because I don't know. My lipase level in my pancreas had went up. I had to spend a night in the hospital for observation. It's just like so crazy. So I just try to get it under control because some days, I don't want to do nothing but just lay there. Sometimes it burns when it flares. I go hoarse. I can't talk. I cough a lot. And people always look at me like I'm crazy. No, I'm dealing with GERD. And they look at me like, what's GERD? Well, have you heard of acid reflux? Yeah. It's a long name. I can't pronounce it. So I just call it GERD. But anyhow, I am doing better today. I am glad. I'm doing so much better. I won't have to see them again until next year. Hopefully I won't. But I have a follow-up in 2 weeks to go over the biopsy that they took. Because I didn't hear anything about my hernias, because I have a hiatal hernia, and then I have another type of hernia. I have one that's at the bottom where it connects to my stomach. My esophagus and my stomach meets. I have one right there, and I have one somewhere in here. People look at it like I'm crazy. But yeah, it hurts right there. But I have one somewhere in here. I'm talking too much. And look, my voice gone. So I will get back with y'all.